Yes. Thank you so much for doing that. That's the new single, right?
Yes, that's the new single.
As soon as you said "lash out," was it you that was like yes, kind of a real soft yes. That's a great song, isn't it? So we'll talk more about that in a second, but I want people to get to know you just a little bit. The obvious thing is that you moved around a lot, and you lived in all different places. Tell people, you're still young. All these different places, list them off.
Okay, so I was born in Frankfurt, but after 3 months, we moved to Connecticut. After about a year and a half or 2 years in Connecticut, we moved to Canada.
Oh my gosh.
Then we moved twice in Canada. Then we moved from Canada to Germany. Then we moved 2 times in Germany. And then we moved...
Writing this down. You get it.
Then we moved to England. But then I moved back to Germany after a few years. And then I kind of went back and forth from Berlin to Mannheim, actually to Augsburg to Mannheim to...
Now you're just making stuff up. Now she's just like, and Yemen and...
Alaska.
So the obviously question is, why?
Because it's so much fun.
Yeah, right?
Why did we move? Well, in the beginning, it was because of my dad's job. Mm-hmm. And afterwards, my parents are just very restless. So they would find things that they missed about other places, and they would try and find them in other places. Yeah, so I think it's a restless thing. They're just very restless.
And you've ever thought about living in LA, by the way? You've ever think about adding that to the list?
I have actually thought about that, yeah.
We do have In-N-Out Burger here. That's a pretty big sell.
Everyone's always saying, yeah. Everyone's always, that's
she had
like
that
the
yet?
first argument, for the first reason for...
Right.
But I don't know, like, I love Berlin. And I feel like if I were to live in LA... Maybe it's because I just don't want to move again. I feel like it would be... this is like... That
That's what these guys are for,
move.
right? You're going to help her move.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on. Oh, look at him flex. One little touch and he goes...
Yeah, Reggie, please help me
off.
move all my boxes to Los Angeles.
While you're here in LA, is there any things you do or want to do, like theme parks or kind of wander around and visit? Like LA stuff.
So the first time I was here, we did a lot of really touristy stuff. So we went to like the Warner Brothers film studio, which was awesome.
The backlot tour? With the Friends set and all that stuff?
Yes, you can take a picture on the couch.
Did you do that?
Of course I did that. I love Friends. What else did we do? We went to Beverly Hills. I basically did all the tourist stuff. And now I just enjoy kind of like pretending I live here and do like the insider stuff. But I don't really know what the insider stuff is. It's just like... just wandering around.
Well, I can't tell you until you move here, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
It's like the off-menu stuff, in and out. You're moving around. Obviously, that affects your music and stuff and your life. Does that come into play with your writing? Obviously, it's hard to settle down, I would imagine, meet friends in different areas and stuff.
Yeah, it is difficult. The more you move, the more you have to say goodbye. But I've kind of looked at it differently now. I don't really ever say goodbye. I just say see you later. Because I tell myself, you know what? I'm going to see you again. If this person really means something to me, then I'm going to make the effort and visit them again. And I feel very blessed that I have friends in different cities, like in Munich, in Canada, in the U.S. And it's nice because whenever I go, I can visit them. Like when we're on tour, like if we play in Chicago, I always visit my family in Chicago. If we're in Ireland, I visit my cousins in Ireland. If we're in England, I stay with my parents for a night. So it's cool.
Is that weird, though? Like if you go to see your family, do they come to your shows?
Yeah, they come to my shows.
Where are they sitting up close and kind of going, kind of messing with you? Or what is that like to perform in front of friends and family?
I get nervous. I was very nervous the first time I performed in front of my mom, but she was so adorable. She was in the first row. She's so small as well.
She turn it down a little.
Yeah, no, I gave her earplugs.
Oh,
I gave her because I didn't want. She's very sensitive ears. Okay. So, but she was so cute, and she was just looking at the people, being like, "Oh my God, they like it." So it was cool.
The song you just played, "Lash Out." Can you tell us what that's about?
It's basically about not being scared of voicing your opinion and not really going by anyone else's rules, but basically setting your own rules and saying, you know what, this is how I want to do things. And I've been in so many, I'd experienced a lot of situations where a lot of people thought they knew best for my music or for myself. And I just feel like that happens so many times in life. And I needed to lash out.
Does that include friends, family, and even people online giving their critiques and thoughts?
Yeah, whether it's people online or whether I try not to read too many comments because I mean there's the good and the bad.
Sure.
But it's not just that. It's also like I have a lot of friends who are working in like big companies, like a friend of mine who's she's in a tech company, and the way they were treating her was ridiculous because I mean it was like 99% male, like men working at that company, and I just there were certain situations I felt like some people weren't being treated with the respect they should be treated with, and yeah, that was basically the main motivation of that song.
Great. Well, we look forward to hearing that on the radio. The one you hear on the radio is No Roots. We hear it on MYfm. I know we have a couple other iHeart stations here that are giving you love on that. And it's such an interesting song, and I know if there's any radio people, the song is about not really having the concept of we're home, right? And moving around. And I say radio people because we've all, if there's any other radio people in here, we've all moved around Idaho and Portland and all these other markets, and you do lose that sense of home, and that's what the song is about?
Yeah, definitely. Exactly.
It's about radio people? Wow, that's great. Thanks for that.
No, it's about
Really appreciate
embracing the fact that you don't have one place that's your home. Because I was I was really upset for a very long time because I felt lost.
Sure.
And I didn't really know where my home was, and I didn't want to write a sad song about it because I felt like it just, I wanted to be happy every time I sang it.
Well, that's what's interesting about it, because the song is, the theme of it is kind of a sad song where I have no feeling of home, but the song messes with you because it's an upbeat, happy, driving down PCH on a summer day kind of vibe. So you're just like driving down, you're like, wait a second, I should be like crying right now.
Yeah.
So what made you do it like that?
I mean, I think every time I listened to the song or every time I performed it, I just wanted to be happy about that feeling. I didn't want to think of the sadness that came along with that emotion of always moving around and always finding new friends or never feeling at home in one place. And then I realized that I was noticing a pattern in my songwriting. Like there was a lot of songs I was writing that were very sad topics, but I love putting like a fun touch to them, and that's why I had this like I started calling my music like I make sad songs sound happy.
Yeah.
So
it's great.
It's
great.
weird.
And, you know, it takes a lot of strength to do and go through what you've gone through. So props to you for that. And it really does. It builds character, obviously, even just moving around in an unfamiliar area when you just drop everything and you're like, I know nobody here, and just walking around and being lost, but being so young and doing that, you know, that's huge. So congrats on being a strong human being. So
Thank you. That's very sweet. Thank you.
I'm going to get out of the way and let you perform a couple other songs. How are these guys? How is she? Is she a pain in the butt, or was she? No? Seriously, I won't tell
That
her.
sounded convincing.
Who are these guys, by the way? Tell us who these guys are.
This is Reggie Drake.
Okay.
Give it up for Reggie Drake. And we're very lucky to have him on tour because he joined us now like a few weeks ago, and we're very excited to have him. So thanks, Reggie. And this is Luca IB. He's our French dude, and I've known him now. French dude, and I've known him now for like 5 years. Like we studied together. So
playing the guitar case.
He's a professional guitar case player. He doesn't really know any other instruments, so we just hired him for this.
That's all right. This is LA. We all have makeshift drum sets, whether it's our table at work or our steering wheel while we're on the 405. We're playing drums on something. So we
and he has
love
an
you.
egg shaker though. He's like it's so funny. He comes, so when I'm like, "Are you prepared? Are you ready for the session?" He just takes out his egg shaker and like, "Yes, I can do this."
Wow. All right. I'm going to get out of the way and let her perform some more songs. Please put your hands together once again for Alice Merton.